We all know an active hurricane season is forecast, but we don't want our community to panic. We want you to be prepared for the most important storm, which is the next storm that could potentially impact our community. The first step is staying informed. There's a number of great resources that you can use to stay informed. We have local media resources as well as our partners at the National Weather Service and at the National Hurricane Center who provide up-to-date information that our community can rely on. We also have a lot of great information on our county website, located at legov.com/hurricane, where you can download a copy of the All Hazards Guide. This PDF has a number of good resources that you and your family can use to make sure you're prepared this hurricane season. In the event of a power outage, you can also use local radio through the Florida Public Radio Emergency Network. They receive up-to-date information from the Emergency Operations Center, and you can obtain that information through the local station, WGCU 90.1 FM. Since last year, we've taken a number of steps to learn from Hurricane Ian and better prepare our community. We completed our Hurricane Ian After Action Report and delivered to the board our Resilient Lee Recovery and Resilience Plan. Through these documents, we've been able to identify short-term and long-term steps that we can take to better prepare our community in the future. Through this process, we've identified a number of operational improvements within our county departments, as well as looked to larger scale resilience projects to help improve our readiness from future storms. First, have an emergency supply kit and an emergency plan for you and your family. Your emergency plan should include information like important documents and also where you and your family would evacuate to in the event of an evacuation order. Your supply kit should have a number of days of supplies that you and your family would need to grab urgently in the event of an evacuation. There's a sales tax holiday for disaster preparedness that occurs in June and at the end of August. These are great opportunities to review your emergency supply kit and make sure that you're ready for this season. Second, you should know your zone, and that includes your evacuation zone as well as your flood zone. Knowing your evacuation zone is important because when we give evacuation orders, we will call these by the zones. And finally, we want you and your family to be ready to evacuate if an evacuation order is given. Your family emergency plan should include things like bringing in loose items outside and putting up your hurricane shutters. And all of these things should be done in advance when we know that a storm is coming towards our area. When an evacuation order is given, it is time to evacuate. It's very important that you and your family take these important steps to make sure that you are prepared in the event of a hurricane. We know from experience that the better that everyone in our community is prepared, the better our county is prepared as a whole.